Yo guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys for the MLB games on Monday. I got two more plays in this video that we're going to get into in 1 second. First, before we do, the last 2 days has been a little weird. We missed one leg 2 days ago, and then yesterday on Sunday, Buxton ended up not playing. We missed our other leg, so a little bit of kind of bad days back to back. But we're still on a 27-8 run, which is really good. This run is not over by any means, so make sure to drop a like on this video. Obviously, like always, it's free. It takes 1 second to do. It helps me out so much, so please make sure to drop a like. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Again, we post these free pick videos for you every single day. It's going to help you out subscribing so you don't miss any of the future videos. These are some of the slips we have cashed in the last month or so on this channel. Again, 27-8 run, which is ridiculous. So make sure to subscribe. Before we get into the plays today, and again, I do think we can bounce back today. I think the two plays we got, very capable of bouncing back today and cashing. But before we get into that, I will leave the links for this down below in the description of this video. I want to talk a little bit more about sleeper, chalkboard, and parlay play. We're going to talk about it more throughout this video. I highly recommend to have at least one, if not all three of these apps, guys, because their lines and their payouts specifically for the MLB season, way better. Prizepicks and Underdog for the football season, fantastic. There's not a better app out there. But when it comes to baseball, you have to have one of these three apps if you can. So make sure to go down below to the links in the description of this video. When you download these apps, it's going to ask you if you have a promo code. Type in code GHOST before you deposit. It's code GHOST on all three of these apps. When you use code GHOST, they will give you $100 for free on each app. And then Sleeper and Chalkboard will give you some free 0.5 squares for these games on Monday as well. So literally taking 5, maybe 10 minutes out of your day, it's going to give you $300 for completely free, 2 free squares, and better lines and better payouts. On top of that, if you want a free month of VIP where you get extra plays texted directly to your phone every day. These are some of the slips we have cashed in the VIP in the last, 2 weeks or so. So if you want to get in VIP for free, if you use code GHOST on any one of those three apps, I will send you a link to a free month of VIP. So to summarize that, the links are all down below. If you use code GHOST before you deposit on these apps, guys, $300 for completely free, 2 free squares, a free month of VIP, and these apps have better lines and better payouts for you. So cannot recommend it enough. Again, the links are down below. Just make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit. And trust me, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Parlay Play, they're all basically the same thing. Some people have only heard about Sleeper, so they only like to get Sleeper. But I'm telling you, the Chalkboard app is the app I use today. Parlay Play, same exact thing. They're all three pretty much the exact same app, so you could get any one of those three or even all three, and they're all the exact same thing. But the links are down below. Let's hop into the video, though. So obviously, like I said, 2 plays in this video. The first play we're going to go to, you guys already know exactly where we're going. As soon as we can, we're going to the Colorado game. So the first play in this Colorado game we have, also Prizepicks sucks. They don't post any of their plays. They take forever to do it, and I actually unfortunately forgot to show the screenshot on the Google Docs, but I locked this play in on Chalkboard already. So in this Colorado game, just listen to what I'm about to say. I can't really show you anything because Prizepicks takes forever. It's literally midnight where I'm filming right now, and they still don't have any of the lines up. So Chalkboard already has line up. We are going to be taking Wilson Contreras over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, or his fantasy score, whatever you find. It doesn't really matter. Either one, we're taking the over. So when you look at this Colorado game, I've said it a billion times at this point, Colorado sucks. Their pitcher sucks. Relief pitcher sucks. Team sucks. They're horrible. Okay, if you're a Rockies fan, you probably hate me. You probably hate this entire YouTube channel that I have. But if you're not a Rockies fan, you totally agree with me. They absolutely suck. This game's over-under for the total score is projected at 12. That's the highest over-under I've seen in a little bit over a month, maybe even 2 months. It's been like 2 months since I've seen an over-under at 12. So they're projecting this to be a stupidly high-scoring game. And obviously they're projecting, St. Louis to come out and get 7+ runs in this game. If they get 7 or more runs in this game, Contreras should absolutely be a massive part of that, specifically because where he is in the batting order. He's like that 4th spot, so he's kind of cleanup crew. He does get a decent amount of RBIs because of that. And in a game where you're scoring 7+ runs, RBIs is clearly going to be a huge part of that. So I really like, his spot on the batting order there for Contreras. On top of that, he is playing Gomber pitching in this game. Gomber is actually a left-handed pitcher, and he is one of the best hitters on this team going up against left-handed pitchers. So I just think Contreras overall has the best matchup in this Colorado game. At the end of the day, you could take almost any batter you want on this team to go over against Colorado. I think Gomber alone is projected to give up at least 4 or more runs in this game. They're going to get absolutely killed. Colorado's going to get destroyed in this game. So again, you could take almost any single player you want over for St. Louis in this game. I think it's okay. But if I have to choose, I'm taking Contreras. Again, guys, totally apologize. I can't show you right here on the screen, but that's not really my fault. It's midnight. I'm not going to wait later to post this video, and Prizepicks just sucks, dude. They literally take so long to post their plays. It pisses me off. But the play is already locked in on chalkboard for me. This is why I use the other apps. This is why I tell you guys to get these other apps. Anyway, second play we got is going to be in this Philly-Boston game, and it's going to be JT Real Muto. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that. I butcher everyone's name. I don't really care at this point. I've given up trying to pronounce names correctly, but we're taking him over on 5-hitter fantasy score. So he's an interesting one to me. This game in general is an interesting game to me. This is actually projected to be a decently high-scoring game. Now, Philly is actually favored to win this game by like minus 211. So they are heavily favored to win this game. The pitcher for Boston does give up a decent amount of hits. He does give up a decent amount of runs, but he's specifically projected in this game to give up a lot of hits and to give up a lot of runs. Now, Real Muto is actually the best hitter on the team going up against right-handed pitchers, who they are playing a right-handed pitcher in this game. So that's really good for him off bat. You could also see what he's been doing. He's been getting, obviously, 5 or more fantasy score almost every single game. He is literally, in his last 11 games, he has had 19 hits in his last 11 games. So he is on absolute fire. This line's only at 5. He has a fantastic matchup again. So their team should score a ton of runs. He should get more hits. He's been on absolute fire. The pitcher's bad. This is a really good matchup for him. And honestly, again, I just think that line of 5-hitter fantasy score is too low. If he does get a hit in this game, if it's a double, he ties, I want to say. If it's a triple, he hits. If it's a single, then he's really only going to need a run or an RBI or another hit, and he goes over. This line at 5-hitter fantasy score, basically just think of it as 1.5 hits and RBIs. That's really all it is. But that even includes walks and stuff too with the fantasy score. So 5 fantasy score is a really low line. That's almost easier to hit, or not even almost. It is easier to hit than 1.5 hits and RBIs. So that's a really low line for a guy that has a really good matchup and has been on absolute fire. So I really like him over 5-hitter fantasy score. I thought that line was going to be at least 5.5, but 5, definitely take the over there. So again, on chalkboard, I did take him over 1.5 hits and RBIs, and then Contreras over 2.5 hits and RBIs. So that's going to be the 2 plays I have for you guys for these games on Monday. Again, sorry I can't show that on the video, but that's just, again, it's not really my fault. The Prizepicks just sucks. But make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Before we get out of here, I'm going to remind you guys one more time. I keep talking about it because it's very important. Literally, just deciding what apps you place these bets on could literally make you like hundreds of dollars more just because their payouts are better and their lines are better. Highly recommended. I promise you guys, you will not regret it if you're on one of these 3 apps. As soon as I myself last season got on these 3 apps, I rarely use Prizepicks. That's why I literally only have like $30 in my Prizepicks account. I only use Sleeper, Chalkboard, and Parlay Play. So highly recommend it. Links are all down below. Again, you have to make sure to type in code GHOST before you deposit if you want the free stuff. But if you do use code GHOST, $300 for free, 2 free squares, free VIP, better lines, better payouts. So highly recommend it. Links are all down below. With that being said, those are the 2 plays I have for you for the games on Monday. Good luck with your bets, and I'll catch you next video.